What's happening, everyone, and welcome to the More Life Frequency podcast. If you're looking to infuse your events with an epic party vibe, or you're getting started in the entertainment industry, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Isaac, and after a decade of rock and dance floors from Australia to Greece, I'm here to share with you the strategies and stories from my journey in the entertainment business. Welcome, and today we have a very special guest on the podcast, DJ Shortstar. How are you, my friend?
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Not a problem. So, a little bit about Shortstar. He's been DJing for over 13 years now in the scene, is that right?
Yep. Since I was 14 years old.
Since you were 14?
Since I was 14, yeah.
That is absolutely crazy, man. How good. And you also have a Bachelor of Sound and Music as well, is that right?
Yeah, UTS.
Yeah, beautiful. And we'll get into that a little bit later. So, without any further ado, this episode is about basically if anyone is looking for a wedding DJ and looking to book their entertainment for their wedding, we want to give them a little bit more of we want to give them a little bit more of an insight into that world. So that's what we'll be getting into today. And I just wanted to start off by asking you, Hayden, when should a couple look to book their DJ?
I had a chat with my wife about this because I was thinking when we did ours 3 years ago, how far in advance did you do it? So I thought I'd give her the opinion first. I'm going to say I think it's around 8 to 12 months in advance because it's obviously not one of the first things you think about. When you're booking a wedding, the date and the venue are the first things you're thinking. And then you're thinking suppliers. So if someone's made an impact on you on a past event, that's the first thing you go to. And that's coincidentally how I get a lot of my work. So I'm going to say 8 to 12 months in advance. I'd probably even just put a feeler out so they can have a question mark on the date.
Yeah. So do you find a lot of like couples reaching out just to get a suss of like pricing and stuff like that even before they have a venue sort of locked in?
If they really like you and I think if your social media marketing has done well, it's done its job, and the word of mouth, I think you can get it up to 2 years in advance. I have inquiries now for late 2027.
Yeah,
and we're at the start of 26. So
exactly.
that far in advance is hard to book, but at the same time, if people want you, they know what they want. And
usually,
I'm not being stereotypical or anything, but it's the bride who's really focused on their perfect day, and they know exactly who they want. So if they know who they want, they know the perfect florist, makeup artist, hairstylist, DJ. They're on, and they'll inquire with you straight away.
Yeah, amazing. No, I find kind of the same thing as well. And again, there's inquiries for like even late 2027 and 2028, which is absolutely bonkers. But I guess when it is, their biggest day and stuff, it's very important to get it locked in, especially if it's in like December, let's say, for example, when it's a hot month, it's a busy month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 100%. And everyone kind of wants to do it just that before Christmas, that sort of feel,
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
No, it's very much something they need to stay on top of ahead of time. So I wanted to also ask you, so how do you balance the couple's like must-play songs? So like they've booked you now, right? And you've got the inquiry, or even they're asking you while they inquire.
Yep.
How would you go about preparing for their song requests? Do you advise them for a certain flow throughout the night or anything like that?
So I'd firstly start with talking to them or meeting them in some sort, just so I understand what they want. They can go anywhere from giving like the whole night, the 5 hours, usually the 5 hours, every song in a row. I've had some give me the background playlist exactly and then the dance playlist exactly, no requests, where others give you 3 or 4 artists and say this is what we like, or this is the era that we like. So it's kind of managing that. For me personally, the bride and groom are the main focus of the whole day. The parents and the grandparents are a subsidiary of that. They are the branch off the bride and groom. If the bride and groom get some negative comments from them, it comes back to them. Like we're very close as Maltese boys. Like we know the importance of family. You want to make sure Nana's happy. You want to make sure mum and dad are happy. So as long as you get the bride, I know it's the bride and groom's day, but as long as they're happy, parents and grandparents, it just leaves with a positive thought, and then that's the word of mouth that continues. But did you want to go specifically into mixing song requests and music lists as well?
Oh, I mean, even just talking about your experience of like, do you advise a client if, let's say, I'm a sort of client that I'd give you like, the whole night's 5 hours playlist and I want this in a row, like this needs to play, then this needs to play. Then.
Yeah.
How would you approach something like that?
Or that was just it doesn't happen that much, but
That's good.
that was just a far-fetched idea that it does happen, and they're the ones that stay in my head the most, because most clients, they'll give you about 4 hours dance music, so you can kind of gauge the BPM, which is beats per minute for people that don't know, genre, era, and then you're gauging what works with the next song. I don't really mix by key, but you could go by what melody you think sounds best, and then you can go by who's on the dance floor at the time. So all these little things come together to make a perfect dance floor. But you need to have the experience to know what to play, when to play, and then if you mix a request with things as well. But probably what you're getting to more is the BPM genre stuff. If they're giving you Hips Don't Lie by Shakira into All Star by Smash Mouth, actually they're very similar BPM, but that's a bad example. But different genres and different eras, you probably want to make sure that you play the certain thing at the right time, or you're just playing with things willy-nilly. Why don't they just have Spotify?
Yeah. No, exactly right. And that's kind of what I was getting at, is like, sometimes you find people want certain songs played after each other, but you're kind of, like you said, you're not a Spotify, you're not a jukebox, so there has to be a sort of line where people let you do your thing as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And I think the more you put out on social media, people see that and they see the dance floor. They've asked me specifically, how did you get that dance floor? And I was like, well, that's me reading the crowd. This isn't even the couples. That's not their forte. They know it's what I do.
And you've done this since you're 14,
I've done
bro.
since I was 14. I'm now 30 years old. Yeah, I'm now 30 years old, and a lot of the couples that come to me, they do come to me because they trust what I do. And that's what you want. You want to have trust in your suppliers. You're not going to tell the florist how to do it. You're going to give them the direction and the colors you want for the flowers, but you're not going to tell them this is how you put the arrangement. Like, they use their expertise. And I think it's kind of the same thing with DJs.
Yeah. That's a good analogy. Really good analogy.
Thanks.
And so in regards to you receive the client brief, right? Is there anything in particular you look out for in there in regards to like red flags or anything like that? Anything you kind of like advise against or things like that?
Not necessarily. Okay. No, giving too many songs I think is one thing, because I don't have the direction of what you want. If you're just giving me a 16-hour playlist, you're not really helping me flow and bring the vibe that you want when I don't know what you want. Because 16 hours is probably a bit too much, unless it's like all R&B. That's why I try and keep a playlist curated perfectly for what you want, maybe in like 2-hour increments, like a background playlist of stuff. Do you want lovey-dovey stuff? Do you want acoustic stuff? Into the dance floor, what are you purely looking for? And then I can use my expertise around it and experience to keep the dance floor running.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's really good. And I would say kind of like the same thing as well. I feel like, again, that's coming back to that creativity, and that, sometimes I feel like at a party, you don't know what's going to come next. Sometimes people just aren't dancing, so you have to experiment and change your original plan and go with that. Talk to that a little bit. Has that ever happened to you where like you go to gigs and like, the crowd is just, you try to play this, no one dances, you try to play that, whether that's at weddings or other styles of gigs? Talk to that a little bit for me.
Nearly every event you get a fraction of the night where that happens. On the dance floor, where it's a birthday, whether you've got a formal, specifically the weddings, you'll get an exact playlist of what they want. It doesn't have to be in a row, but it's exact playlist. I try and stick to the playlist as much as I can, but sometimes it works as the song that I recommend or that I mix in that wasn't on the playlist works the best. So you kind of try and go 2 songs on the playlist, 1 song from me. 3 songs on the playlist, another song from me. So it kind of keeps everyone on. And a lot of the time, the bride and groom come back and they say, like, thank you so much for doing that. Because even though it was what we wanted, and you ticked it off, you made me happy, but at the same time, I appreciate that you've done that too.
Again, using those years of like experience and things like that, which is awesome. Have you ever had a gig and they didn't give you anything to play? Like they gave you a genre, let's say, I like dance music, and come and play and just do your thing. Yeah,
recently I had 0. I had the first song, I had the first dance song, and then the brother had a disability and he wanted to dance the first song with the bride. I loved it. It was really nice. It was a slow country song. They gave me the first dance and the slow country song. That's it.
And that's it.
And that's it. I had 3 hours to fill. And they said what most couples do, which is fair enough to them. They don't understand. Play good music.
Yeah.
What is good to you? People are brought up different ways. They listen to different things. They like different eras. They like different genres.
So what kind of questions would you ask couples like that? That say, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say, play what you think is good.
Usually I say, well, what do you listen to? Like what?
Yeah.
I like going, what radio stations to listen to? What Spotify playlist do you listen to? If they still don't know, then I go from what do you like to what don't you like? What shouldn't I play then?
There's the most important question I find as well. Like,
what don't you want?
100%.
Because I don't want to annoy you or make you disappointed that the night of your dreams failed. Because I didn't do my job properly. That's the thing that worries me the most. I want you to have the best time ever.
That's a lot of pressure, man, being a wedding DJ.
It is.
I'll tell you what,
It is.
Coming from a background, originally we started as mobile DJs, then as artists. Now, back with obviously this agency and doing weddings and things like that. Wedding DJing, it's an art form, bro, into itself. Like, honestly,
it is. I didn't really think that for the first 5 years of my, let's say, career. I got into it because of my dad. So I was going with dad to gigs and mum to gigs, and I was like, I don't want to do weddings. This is boring.
Yeah,
you don't understand the craft when you're that young, because like yourself, you guys are probably more artists than I am. I'm still just a DJ. I don't produce, but we were in nightclubs together. And one of the questions I think you would have coming up with the catering to a dance floor and the opening set's very different to the dance floor set.
100%.
The closing set's different to the opening set.
Yeah.
Like, you need to understand what the venue wants as well, and it comes back. And the venue, in this case, at a wedding, is the client. It's the same thing.
No,
it's just
100%.
catered to a different point at a higher standard.
Yeah, exactly.
With a lot more things riding on it than 5 drunk people on the dance floor at the end of the night at Fusion in Cronulla.
Yeah, exactly right. It's their biggest night of their lives, and they want to have a good time. But I feel like, the more different styles of gigs that you've done, which you've done and we've done as well, it just exposes you to so many different scenarios as well.
Yeah,
like
it helps so much.
The different sorts of crowds as well at the wedding, whether they're a bit drunker or a bit rowdier or a bit quieter and they don't dance.
Yeah.
I feel like all those gigs kind of leading up to it all prepare you for those sort of moments. Yeah. With those wedding gigs.
100%. Even traveling, like when we were in Malta, we were talking about Malta and Greece and around Europe. And it was like seeing some of those DJs over there just mixing weird stuff. I'm sitting there thinking, like, do you have any experience here? Have you ever done this before? Like, is this just are you just on a Greek island somewhere? Am I in Paros just watching someone who's never played?
Yeah,
like, you just think about the experience.
You mean the standard was quite low from what you...
You think in places like that are so beautiful and pumping, like the EOS, specifically Greece.
Yeah,
like, you go into a lot of those places and I know it's a Monday night and they're playing every night. So maybe they have like a lower standard on a Monday. I don't know.
Okay.
But you think about it and you think, are these guys not experienced? Are they just chucked on anyone who hasn't played before?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Because listening to a mix that sounds like you're chucking a can down the stairs is
extremely stressful. It's like, 2 trains going at a different speed.
It's so stressful. Like, I can't even listen. I have to say to my wife, I have to walk away.
Yeah.
I can't sit here.
It is hard as a DJ when you are at a venue. You don't, it's not judging the other person, but if it's clearly not working, you're kind of like,
and then you just can't stop and think, like, it's hard to stop yourself, thinking, well, I'd do this different, or I'd mix this song now, or that's a weird point to mix it, or that's an interesting song choice, or just little things like that. It's not judging per se, because I don't really care. Good on them, they got the job. I'm around.
That's true.
Exactly,
that's
but
true.
you still, like, you'd have that inner DJ comes out in you as soon as you hear music.
Yeah, no, 100%. And, same thing happens to me. Although, let's talk about a bit of, like, have you had a positive experience when you're overseas? Like, God damn, this DJ is just like, or like even, I don't know, you're a guest at a wedding. I'm guessing you're still a guest at some weddings that you
when
go
I'm available,
to. And you're not, when you're available, of course.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Have you had an experience where you're like, damn, that DJ is actually quite good? Like, I respect that,
Yeah, well, obviously listening to you guys is the first one.
Don't make me blush,
I was listening to you
Come
guys.
on.
That's the first one. But, well, it's hard for me as well because when we go out or when we go overseas and things like that, generally look for a nightclub or a club or music. I like to stay away from that.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different. But with the weddings that I have attended recently, they're usually all my DJ mates that I'm getting in for. Like, my best mates got married. Shout out to Tom and Adrian, and I organised the DJ for both of them. So I knew the DJ, and I know the standard that I'm expecting. So it's great.
Yeah.
I see all their gear. I talk to them about different things.
Awesome.
So it works out so well because you want to win in the industry. You're not competing with people. You're all in the same industry.
I'm a big believer in that.
Like,
as well.
I'm not versing anyone. I'm not trying to be better than anyone. I'm trying to just be better than myself. I'm trying to just improve myself.
Exactly.
Every year, every gig. So
100%. And it's all about elevating the art, I find, as well. Like, right? If you hold yourself to a standard and we hold ourselves to a standard, we bring each other up. At the end of the day, it's just benefiting the industry, really.
Yeah, it is. And there's so much negativity that goes around. You don't need that doesn't have to flourish through you. Like, I'm not there to be a person to be negative to anyone or...
Yeah.
It's not.
100%.
I don't really like talking about it either. It's not even. There's no point. I want to shine light on it. Shine light on
well,
the
I feel like
negativity.
it's good to speak about though as well because even to everybody that's looking to book a wedding DJ, the DJ industry, it's small, man. And like a lot of us know each other, and for us, keeping a good reputation is everything. Holding ourselves to a high standard is also. Everything.
Yeah.
And taking our job seriously is, hence why then we get frustrated when we see somebody else, who can't mix or who you know what I mean, doesn't
or just has a laptop or charges a quarter of the fee. And then just puts a negative.
That's a big one too, the fee thing, and that's literally what I'm going to go into next because people go, oh, why is a wedding DJ so expensive, and all that sort of stuff. So let's talk to that. Going forward. Why is a wedding DJ more expensive?
Yeah, it's a loaded question, but the first thing is the preparation. Like, I know the nightclub DJ puts in a lot of hours, but they're there to do their 1 or 2 hour set. This is that night is a culmination of all their hopes and dreams they've ever had, and you have to make it perfect for them. Every second, let's say while they're eating, they're not really listening to the music, but you're creating it's like ubiquitous music in an elevator. Like, it's just there for you to enjoy. But the way I try and do it is the start of the night, you're kind of gauging the vibe and creating an atmosphere that builds towards the dance floor. You can't teach that. That's something that you learn from a nightclub or from hard experiences with no one there. From
hundreds and thousands of gigs.
Yeah, exactly. You're at a nightclub, it's the same thing. You're there with no one. At the start, no one is there. People turn up and then they slowly start dancing, and it's the same thing as a wedding. People want to dance sometimes straight away.
Yeah, then, you get those.
If you get 1 or 2 on the dance floor straight away, you know it's going to be a good night.
Yeah. No, I agree. Every time. Sometimes
Yeah.
Sometimes you just start playing.
Yeah.
There's those two, the party starters.
Yeah,
and everyone follows.
100%. 100%. I say to my bride and groom, or the grooms or couples, that if you want to have a successful dance floor, 2 things: you need someone to start it, or you guys need to be on the dance floor because a lot of your guests are supporting you.
Yeah.
But going back to the question that you asked, it's the preparation, it's behind the scenes, it's the meeting the couple, it's the expertise to know when to mix and what to mix, it's the proper professional equipment, it's what you wear, how you look, how you approach the guests, how you approach the venue, because you're also dealing with a lot of professional people as well. You're dealing with a lot of different vendors, different vendors. Like, you're not just going in there going, I'm the DJ, I mean everything here. You are one piece of the puzzle to the perfect night, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly.
And you are trying your best, and 99% of gigs are the best. The best night ever.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's so much fun playing a wedding. Yeah. And when everything works out, which it does when people talk to each other and communicate. But like you say, there's a lot of stakeholders involved, right?
Yeah.
There's, you got to have open communication even to the venue, because guess what? If you go to the venue, you're all prepared, whatever, and the plug doesn't work where you're going to set up, nothing's going to work.
That's why I do try and get a floor plan. Recently, I've tried to get a floor plan. Exactly where power is. If you've got a desk to set up on, just something small like that. How much room do you have? There are so many little things that you have to think about prior that I actually, until you ask the question, I don't even think. It's just second nature.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
you just think about it because that's what you do.
Yeah, exactly. It just kind of comes, okay, first this and then that and then that. Yeah. And like now dealing with venues and everything like that, have you ever had like, what can people expect when you say, oh, as a DJ, I deal with the venue? For clients will be like, oh, you know, for what?
Yeah.
Can you talk to that?
So a lot of the venues require you to have public liability insurance.
Yeah,
so that's
okay,
something
cool.
small that people don't know about. I think it's up to 30 million in damages.
Yeah.
And you'll be sending that prior, so you'll be speaking to the events manager, and then after that, you're just in clear communication with everyone. You can get the supply list and go through anything. Maybe the florist wants to put something in front of your console and make you look pretty.
Yeah.
Or you need power, something again that you don't even think about, pyrotechnics. They need the song for the first dance to make sure the first dance is perfect.
Yeah.
Because they need to know
true.
the time to set off the fireworks.
Yeah.
So what I do, I try and coordinate with them and the dry ice. You need to make sure when I MC, it helps a lot more too because you're communicating with even more people.
Yeah.
To keep every supplier in the loop.
Yeah.
So usually you have if you have an AV guy there, you got to talk to him, a lighting guy, and then if you've got the pyrotechnics, which is usually smoke and fireworks, you'll be telling the smoke guy, the dry ice, he needs to have 5 minutes prior to set it up. You can't just start the night. So you need to make sure you're in communication with all of them to get it all sorted prior to the first dance or any formality.
So it's not just rocking up and pressing play.
It's not. It's really not. And these are the little things that you wouldn't think about. But hopefully the couples out there appreciate what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
Then here's a question off the top of my head. How much of your job is actually DJing? If you account for everything that you do.
I'm gonna say it could be about 20%. It's probably 20%.
Yeah.
It's the most fun bit, obviously. Like I love getting to know.
That's what you do it all for.
I loved getting to know the couples. I was telling you pre-episode that I need to film more because I get so caught up in the enjoyment and the fun of a good dance floor that I don't film. I don't get my phone out. My first instinct isn't get my phone out. It's how can I keep this going? Like you look up and you see a crowd just enjoying themselves and loving it, and the big cheer you get when a song comes on they like.
They start
you think, how can you keep this going? You don't think get my phone out. Let's get on social media and try and blow up.
Yeah.
Like you're thinking, let's keep this going. So that's something I need to work on for myself. But it's so much fun. That 20% is so much fun. But the behind the scenes is what people don't see.
Yeah. And hence why they pay so much as well.
It's also important. Like you said, I didn't realize how stressful it is until I talked to my wife about it and we go through everything that I do in the lead up. And she's like, geez, you do quite a bit. And I'm like, yeah, I don't even realize though how stressful weddings are. And then until you do about 50 in a row, then you do a 21st birthday and you're like, this is so good.
Yeah,
this is like you just breathe at it, and you can just enjoy the night.
You can just go with the flow.
And you're not in a tux. You're not like, because I try and dress the part. I try and ask the couple. A pet hate of mine is just people turning up in a t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, to a wedding, I can't. Even a photographer, I can't. It's like, bro,
I said this. I don't want to be negative, but that's a pet hate of mine. That's a pet hate of mine, man. The photographer's rocking up in pants and a t-shirt, and I'm like, come on, man. Like, it's a black tie event right now.
Yeah.
They don't know who it happened recently. I was at the Everly. The photographer and videographer didn't know who I was. They thought I was in the bradal party. How nicely I was dressed. Yeah, I said you're the most nicely dressed DJ we've ever seen. And fair enough, I was wearing my wedding suit because it was black tie. But I was dressing to the dress code.
Yeah,
I want to respect what the couple, their vision. I want to be a part of their vision.
Yeah.
I'm not anything separate to their goal.
Yeah.
So I just, black tie, it says black tie, I will dress black tie.
100%. And there's a hot tip even for potential clients when they're talking to your DJ. If there is a theme, tell the DJ.
Yeah. I always ask, even a few days before, so I can work it out. But you don't want to be rocking up to a 21st birthday or something with it's Hawaiian themed and you're just in a white shirt or something. It's like,
Yeah.
If it's
like,
formal,
oh, no.
If it's cocktail, you don't want to outdress the groom.
Yeah.
I hate that. I always say I'll dress in different colors. I'll make sure that there's a color you want. Is there a certain vibe?
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
That's a great question too. Yeah, and a lot of people just don't think about it. They just kind of like book their DJ. Okay, it's a wedding, but like, and I'm finding most recently as well that a lot of weddings are a lot more casual than they used to be. So and sometimes, if you're the guy in the tux, they can say, oh, he's really overdressed. You know what I mean? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I find it's so important to, Yeah, even just something little.
You just
like
want to
that.
compliment the night and the look. Like, I just think you have a lot of them recently, a lot of the Hunter Valley and South Coast weddings, and they have neutral colours, and people that rock up in like the most random outfits, I'm like, you stand out like a sore thumb. Like, they've written this for the sake of telling you, please wear that. Respectfully, do what I say. If you can, please just dress to the dress code.
Yeah, 100%.
And it just looks so. They do that, that drone shot that they do at weddings. A lot of either post ceremony or post chapel. They do that drone shot. You look at that photo. Everyone's great. The couple are kissing, but then you see that one person in black and everyone else is in like light colors. It's like, come on, man. What are you doing? Like, just...
He's still out from the wedding before.
Yeah, exactly. Like, good on him. All power to them.
He just arrived.
It's not your day, man. It's pretty easy to dress to what they ask you to, if you can afford it. Obviously.
No, 100%. So, who DJs at a DJ's wedding?
Well, I'll give him a shout out. DJ Edgar George.
Okay.
Do you know Boulevard?
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah,
Boulevard. Edgar.
Oh.
Yeah, he's back from where we used to play as well.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
He used to do Oatly, he used to do
I think he
Northies.
Well, shout out to Justin Rego as well. He's a good friend.
Yeah, he was
Edgar,
back in the Carmen's days. See, all the DJs know each other.
We do, and I'm Western Sydney boy, and I'm around all the Cronulla boys. I love them, like the city, and I loved working everywhere. People were like, "Where are you from?" Like, you white boy, you're everywhere. And I'm like, I just go where the music is. Wherever I can be booked, I was happy enough to be booked. So that's where you meet so many good DJs, and Edgar's just, the setup is second to none.
Yeah.
Like, he works for event lighting.
Yeah.
So a lot of my lighting I get is from him, and a lot of the questions that I ask about the expertise of the physical stuff, the stuff people don't see, and the stuff that I probably wouldn't value as much as him.
Yeah.
The lighting stuff behind the scenes. Like, I now have a wireless DMX for my lighting, so I can control everything wirelessly. Man, it's the best thing ever.
And a wireless one. Is that with an app?
It's not through an app. It's just internet.
Okay.
Straight through the wireless.
Oh, wow.
And it doesn't have to connect to any wireless internet either. It's just, I don't know what it does, but it's straight to it, and it connects to each. They have like a wireless output.
Yeah.
And you connect to each uplights,
each light.
uplight, bar lights, my rovers, all of them connect to a wireless thing.
After this chat.
Hey, shout out to Edgar. He's amazing, and he's done my best mate's wedding. Aaron Bennett, DJ Bennett as well, did my other best mate's wedding. It's just getting people like-minded that are personable, and they're good. They're good DJs.
Yeah.
When you get a good DJ, you know.
Yeah. Damn, I know.
And I think he's doing my sister's wedding too. Edgar's doing my sister's.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah, in July.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He used to do a bit of production as well without getting too
he's very good.
Track. Yeah. He used to work with this singer called IAE. She's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
my wife was in the top like 0.1% of their listeners, Boulevard.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, she loves like their stuff, and then having him at our wedding, like, that's another thing.
Yeah. That's really amazing when you get a DJ that you like their music, and you like you've seen them play around, and then like at your wedding, like you said, your wife been like, I listen to these guys.
Yeah,
it's so sick. It happened to me this year in the Amalfi. This is more from the production side. We had 3 people there were avid followers of our music, and like to them it was crazy, and our music got played. It was just like a surreal sort of moment. But like, yeah, even just to DJ at something like that as well is just like, it's so special, it's so unique, and everything like that.
Well, if I ever get asked to DJ, like my mates or DJs, I did a DJ's engagement party recently. Like, how honoured it feels to, out of all the DJs that everyone knows, to be asked. Like, it's the nicest feeling. It's a feeling I can't really explain to other people.
When you get asked by another DJ.
Like the DJ I did, shout out to Alex, he knows so many DJs. Like, everyone knows everyone around the area, unless you're a bad person, then people try and stay away. But most DJs are just good at what they do, and they're good people. And having him ask me for his engagement party, I straight away went, I'd love to. Yeah, and it was such a good night. He wanted rock, country, and hardstyle. But the background for background music, I was playing Afro house. So there's the diversification of a DJ. He sent me lists going, man, you might not be able to play it all, but this is what I like. And it was all the way left and all the way right. It was just so tough. And he was like, he actually come up to me, and he's Spanish.
Yeah.
So he come up to me and got me to play the Spanish stuff, and some of them I didn't even know. So I was like, let me know what you think would work. I'm happy for you to come up, tell me.
Yeah,
and he did.
Yeah.
And it made the night roll so much better because it was his expertise in that certain nationality.
And the cultural things is another one, actually. We recently did a wedding. I believe they were Bosnian.
Nice.
So, like...
They go off, Bosnians.
Dude.
Yeah. They love Macedonians, Bosnians.
Yeah,
love
that's
it,
sort of like, mate. And, like, there were so many songs which, like, you know, I don't have a clue.
Yeah.
And Dan doesn't have a clue. But, like, they gave us the songs in the client brief and everything like that.
Perfect.
And then they'd come up and go, oh, yeah, can we add some in here now? And, like, we'd do that, and then it'd go off, and then we'd go back to what we were doing before, and then veer back into it. And, man, they go off.
Yeah, linking that to weddings too. Like, I play all traditional stuff. I can play any nationalities, but like you said, provide it prior. I can play it on the night. It's just a bit more stressful when I'm trying to read a dance floor and your guest is
100%.
telling me to play some random Croatian or Italian song. The Italians I've been pretty good with recently because I just keep them. I have Turkish, I have Macedonian, I have Arabic.
You just build a library.
I just started building them. So I was like, I'm doing so many multicultural events. The same stuff's coming up over and over again. Like I'm learning
100%.
about all these Italian artists I've never heard of before. But I've got a library of 30 songs of Italian that just go off. And you want to kind of do them in brackets too at weddings. If you have any cultural music or songs that you like, you want to try and do them in brackets.
Because you don't want to pump them all.
You don't want to be.
One.
Yeah, but you also don't want to sprinkle them in. You don't want to do 1 Aussie, 2 Aussie, 3 Aussie, because you're just pissing nonna off.
Yeah.
If you're doing an Italian song, then to an Aussie, you're playing In Excess or something. They're going to be going, what are you doing? You try and do the 10, maybe even 6 to 10 songs of the Italian, then back to English for a bracket, then maybe back.
Exactly.
You try and you try and get them in that bracket of 25 to 30 minutes maximum, because if not, you're gonna just annoy people.
Yeah.
They don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, 100%. And that's a lot of, like, people get put off too.
Yeah.
And people, even I find people that don't understand a BPM change.
Yes.
Sense that.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah, big time.
Like they're like, oh, something's
people are smart.
not right.
People aren't
going from 160 or 150 to like
people aren't as oblivious as you think with
130.
Music. People, if you don't understand what we're talking about by BPM, it's just tempo, how fast or slow a song is. So the thing that you would realize without realizing, the pace change. Even if you don't understand what BPM is and you're listening or watching this, you would understand by the feeling. You'll listen to it and you go, why would he do that? Like, why would he possibly mix that?
That
was a silly mix. It didn't sound good and it didn't work. But
exactly.
then if you get on, that's where I think getting on the mic. I've started MC like the past 7 years, but I feel like I've just started. I'm still young in the MCing game.
Yep,
but getting up and announcing. So do we have any Italians in here? And then woo, and then you play Italian song. Kind of helps that mix a little bit. The transition, so you're not just going English like EDM bangers, Avicii, David Guetta, or there's just crowd fillers into Tosi or something like that. Whoever else I've got, like you're playing a Gloria or you're playing Luna Mezzamare or something like that. Just randomly, and it's like, what is going on? So at least you preempt them, and it's like, oh, Nonna gets up. Or one of the aunties get up and they bring all the Italians on. And you have that crowd there until they get really tired and then they get off.
Exactly. And then you go back to the bangers.
Exactly. And if they want to stay, now you've got the respect. Like they've gone, great, thank you so much. Where are you from in Italy? Where are you from in Croatia? I'm like, I'm not. I just play what I'm told.
Yeah. We got that as well, actually. They thought we were like their locals. No. Like,
I just have a good tan. Well, that's you anyway, not me.
No, but I love doing that cultural stuff. It's really, really, really cool.
I think it feels refreshing because you're not just playing the same Gasoline, Our Hips Don't Lie, Yeah by Usher, like the same stuff.
Especially after it, we've both had over a decade of DJing, and like those songs, some of them just get old, my bro.
They do, but I still try and like get different versions. I think the thing that helps is getting different versions of them, intros, maybe a remix, or like a
different genre for that song.
Yeah, just something different. A lot of things, like Afro House is a newer genre that's come in of house, and that you've got Afro House of every song now.
Oh,
an Afro House version, it's great.
Adele,
I love
Afro
it.
House, and like you should see that go off on the dance floor. Oh my God.
You can get We Found Love, Afro House. You can get like John Summit, Afro House stuff, Shiver.
Yeah.
You literally get Afro House. I'm like, you're catering to every genre just through one. You can get any song and they know the song. As long as they've got it. That's why I think Afro House is such a diverse genre.
Yeah, it sounds like everything just fits into it, right?
It does. It does. It's kind of like they've made every song just fit the Afro House beat.
I remember, it must have been like 6 years ago, they were doing that for reggaeton.
Yeah.
And I remember back in the Fusions days, it was like every song went into reggaeton. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a record pool that I'm signed up to, and they're like hard reggaeton and stuff.
Well, you just mentioned it now. That's another thing that we could talk about. A DJ that
where DJs get their music.
Where DJs get their music.
I was going to ask you that, and for all the DJs listening, hot topic.
You actually need to sign up for certain things, and the ones I'm at, you have to be verified as a DJ.
Yeah, 100%.
Who you are, what your website is, or just even social media. You don't have to have a website. You don't have to be a big DJ either. No. You just have to have a presence as a DJ, and they'll let you into a lot of them. A lot of the digital DJ pool. Record pool, like all of those ones, you need to have some established DJ
Zip DJ
page.
as well.
Yeah,
Zip DJ,
all of them. Like it's something small that you wouldn't think. I have a lot of acoustic artists after the jobs asking me, "Man, your music was so great. Where do you get it from?" I just tell them, but then they're like, "We can't get it." I'm like, "I can give you some. I won't give you my whole list. If you need a few, like 3 or 4, I'll give it to you. I'm not giving you something I've collated 16 years of work for. I'm not going to give you my whole library.
Of course.
Firstly, it would take ages.
But
then as well, like this is my thing. Like
I can imagine your hard drives with all the songs.
I have 3 USBs at every wedding.
Yeah, okay.
3 USBs and they've got every song on them. So in the laptop, just to make sure if one stuff's up, the second one's there. Just to make sure the third one's there. Something small.
That's why you pay so much for a wedding DJ too, because you gotta have your backup. Because if your laptop fails, and you've got a controller,
so I'm still USB. I'm on the RX2s.
Okay,
so I just mix everything live. That's the thing I enjoy. I can't just do laptop. I mean, obviously Serato is great and Tractor's great for whoever, and Record Box is great for whoever uses it, but everything's sunk to my USB, and I can play. Everything's obviously quantized through Record Box. And then I just play USBs.
So
I love
awesome.
It's so much fun.
You remove the having to have a laptop in front of you.
I've just got it to the side for a database because it's too small to look on the screen.
Oh yeah,
so I just grab the side and I can just search it. Where is it? And I just look it on my USB, find it.
It's also a good thing for a backup because like I said, if your USBs for some reason don't work, you can go through Serato Record Box
or the little lag that's going on at the moment. I've got to talk to Pioneer about it, but there's
no way.
A tiny lag going on the RX2s, and you just go to your laptop, flick it over, change your channel, and then just get it up. If you need to mix, something going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I've got to work it out.
Talk to the guys in Pioneer, man.
I know.
Talk to the guys. They should listen. But hot tip. Those record pools, definitely a hot tip.
Yeah.
Now we'll dive a little bit into that sound engineering degree that you mentioned you had. We had a little bit of a conversation before we started the episode about this as well.
Yeah.
More than diving into the nitty-gritty and the techs of actual speakers and stuff, let's talk to the clients who are looking to book a DJ and they say, okay, if what you value is premium sound, what does premium sound look like in one of your setups?
For me, it depends on the amount of people as well. I think as you'd attest to, the venues, some venues that let you have the premium sound, which for people listening, if the couples, it's the subs. Specifically Navarra venues, they will not let you have a sub in any of them. The Dalton House, the Le Montage, all of those ones, most of them have in-house sound systems, but you want to make sure, like you said, the sound system is what you're comfortable with. For me, I have 2 15-inch RCFs. Does that mean much to people? No. But what it is, it's a full, clear sound. And what I value of that is I want the full sound in the speaker. I don't want just tops or just bottoms, which is I don't want just vocals or just bass. I want the full thing. I want it to be able to come through the sound. And then you just get the premium. Did you want to do something with
this? No, you can continue.
No, we're good? Easy.
Yeah.
I want the premium sound. I want to have a sleek look. And you only get that with someone who values the sound as well. Like people come in, it's something as small as cable management. It's just... The cable management thing, it frustrates me so much. It's just little things
and
that...
it ruins that
the aesthetic
look, doesn't it?
It does. I'm not a huge, tape up everything as in on the actual stand, but I'm talking about, on the floor and in front of the table. Just make it look presentable if you can.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, so in regards to the cable management, for so long, I was, just trying to wrap my head around, because every setup is different, right?
Yeah.
And so what looks better? Should I go and hide all the cables? Should they be like to the side? If the power is really far away, should they be taped down? Should I buy those? You know how in Bunnings they have those the tradies use and stuff.
And the festivals as well.
Yeah, and in the festivals, all that sort of stuff. And like so. But yeah, like you, I don't know if you see, like right over there, we have like a sit-stand desk. Everyone listening obviously can't see what we're looking at right now, but like those little cages and stuff,
they're good.
Amazing.
They're perfect
for some cable management, and they just hold the cables just off the ground. It's nothing like over the top or anything like that.
Yeah, and couples listening, you'd think like, why are we even talking about this? But if you saw a sloppy setup, you'd know one if you know one if you really look. The couples may not see it, but your guests see it, and your venue sees it, and the other suppliers see it. Like the suppliers you're probably most likely choosing are professionals, so they see a sloppy setup and they won't be recommending the DJ if they're coming in looking like they've never done it before.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it's just something small that shows the expertise of who you booked.
100%. And do you have your own like DJ table?
I do now. Vonix. I have my Vonix DJ table. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not massive. It fits the RX2, which is my standard DJ console.
Yeah.
And then the laptop right next to it on a stand.
Oh, cool.
And then the power board up there. So all the cables are hidden.
Yeah.
And I keep everything. I try and put the trolley with all the boxes and everything elsewhere. So I can have just that perfectly. I can have the cables just nicely underneath.
Yeah.
So it just makes it look like a sleek finish. And also it stops guests putting their drinks on your console.
Pet peeve.
I will be extremely adamant on how, let's not say rude, I'm very strong about putting drinks near my equipment.
As you should be, man.
Yeah, I'm like, please, like I'll say to a drunk guest, like don't, like please stay away. Like if they put it down near me, or if they come over and they go, here, have a drink. Like I'm like, I just slowly move them like, please stop that. Like you're just stressing me out.
It makes you nervous.
It's a $2,500 console at least. If
not
you
only that, it's someone's wedding that you're playing at too. It's like, imagine if it's like,
and even the venue, you wouldn't even realize, but the venue come up to you and give you a water, and they go and put it over the console and give it to you. If that slips out of your hand, that's all over the thing. That's done.
See you later.
That's a message to a DJ group going, hey boys, has anyone got hey girls, has anyone got an RX2? Like it's that quick. Literally. You're not going to get a service that night.
It's just
you get any spillage, it stuffs everything. You got to get a full service.
Yeah, it's game over.
Stressful, man.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't want to think about it. Stressful
Backups.
That's why,
man.
I don't have a backup console though.
I
don't have a backup Pioneer RX2.
Ooh, could you do like an aux cord into the house system or something?
You could, but it wouldn't even. That's like even the bad sound system. Then going back to what we value,
it's just you're not gonna.
Nah.
Once there's water on the thing,
you just got to be smart about. Yeah, you got to keep looking at who's around you. And just be alive.
So that table then.
The table really helps. Yeah, it really does.
How long have you had that now?
Probably a year and a half.
Okay.
And it's just been the best
game changer.
Best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not massive, and it gives you a clear area as well, clear zone. Because if you're setting up on a trestle table, it's nearly double the size, double the length.
Yeah.
You don't have that much space sometimes.
Yeah.
If you're doing a 80-person,
that's very true.
40 to 80-person wedding, you don't have a lot of space. You don't want to be an eyesore. So having your two RCFs right beside it, I only need about 2 by 1 point, or maybe 2 by 2. That's all I need. Yeah. And that space is all I need, and that's sometimes all you have.
No, for sure. I think, and that's a message to everybody booking the DJ as well. Think about where you want the DJ. Like, what you want the setup to look like, where you want them to be set up, and get them to talk to the venue as well and communicate. Get the DJ to communicate with the venue, and obviously you guys mitigate it, because it does make a difference. I've rocked up to many a gigs like, okay, either the venues change or, where do we set up? And the bride and groom will be like, I guess over there.
Yeah, I think.
Or they've rearranged it last minute.
100%.
And they move.
Yeah.
We've had our stuff moved while it's all on the table. Actually, let's go over there. It's stress, man.
That's very stressful.
Yeah.
Because you have so many mitigating factors anyway, and moving parts to the night. You don't want your setup and where you've been set up to be one of the main ones. Yeah, I guess if you're outside, I get it. It starts raining, you have to come inside.
Oh, 100%.
That's different. No one plans for that.
Different.
The natural stuff, that's tough.
Yeah.
But the not knowing where you're setting up, just a general rule of thumb, if you don't want to, anyone listening, if you don't want to do all this research and speak to venues and stuff about it, just put the DJ near the dance floor.
Yeah.
Just do that. Just put
that'd
him
be
near
smart.
put him near the dance floor. It's a very simple
Have
thing.
you ever not been near the dance floor?
Yes, once or twice I have, and I'm usually, unfortunately, shooting through the grandparents' table. So they are just pissed off at me the whole night. So I just say to them, make sure that if there's a table in front of me, and if you want a table in front of me somehow, I think it was a gig in Penrith once.
Okay.
It was a smaller, more intimate wedding.
Yeah.
But I had to put the speakers higher, which is something you'd know if you were doing a wedding, having to shoot through tables because the people in front of you are trying to eat.
Oh, mate.
And
eat
even
and
then,
talk
eat and talk, and then
Bro.
you got to turn it down, but the other side of the room can't hear it. So that's where you have to think about it prior. If you haven't thought about it prior, which you usually get an external speaker somewhere else. Maybe you can wireless speaker close to the dance floor. But usually I'll just get onto it prior and be like, I can't be over there. If I'm over there, I'm using the in-house system.
Yeah. And
it's just so much easier.
Something that just came to my head as well from a previous wedding that we did. If you guys know your setup and where everything's going to be, like the DJ and stuff, don't put the people that don't want the music super loud right next to the speaker. Put them away. Like generally the older, like, my grandma used to love it. So my nana was like, turn it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, just generally maybe put the younger ones closer to the speaker. Just something like I've just thought of, because sometimes it's just like some people want it turned down, some people want it turned up, and if you're all the way on that side of the room and you're one of the youngins, you want a bit of volume, but
you
then
want to
you've
hear
got grandma's maid at the front, just turn it down, and it's like,
exactly right.
It's
hard to manage, but usually that's where the communication comes in prior. I haven't had a lot of those in even the last 5 years, because I'll get the floor plan, I'll talk to them about where we're situated, and most of the time I know the venue, as you would too. We played everywhere in New South Wales. So I know the venue, and I know usually where they set up, so I'll ask them prior, or I'll get in there early and have a look, or even if I don't know the venue, I'll usually go there prior and just have a look. And see how it is, see how the room is. Even the acoustics of the room sometimes is weird.
That's a big one, because like at this particular gig, we only had 2 PA speakers, beasts.
Yeah.
But like, dude, the sound was incredible in this room. It just like, they sounded like they were 4 speakers, not good. 2.
That's the best.
So like, it was good. But then you have that issue of where people are situated, stuff like that as well. So just something to keep in mind prior to your wedding, and a little bit of a hot tip. Now we're gonna go into a little bit of a saucy part. So request from hell. Have you ever had a client come up to you either before or after the gig and just either multiple requests from hell in the one gig, or and how'd you go about handling that sort of stuff?
Well, what's your definition of request from hell? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, like maybe if you're playing heaps of, I don't know, you're in a house R&B sort of Italian wedding. Okay. And some guy is from Turkey and he comes up and he's like, let's play some Turkish music, bro.
Yeah.
And then you say no and he goes, just this other one, and just keeps being persistent.
That happens quite a bit. The one thing that come to mind was recently I did a wedding up the mountains, and the father-in-law, he knew that the bride had picked every single song. He said to me, play Chicken Dance, play the Birdie Dance. And I just went like, I just said, mate, I've been told to not take requests, and that one is nearly on everyone's do not play list. So I really don't know if I can play that. I said, let me ask the bride. I asked the bride. She said no. I went back to him.
Good man.
Like 10, 15 minutes later, I had to get the courage to go up to him and say, like, I wanted to tell him. I didn't want to just not play it and then dismiss him. Like, it's his son getting married. Like, I can't be doing that. So I went up to him and said, mate, like, the bride said no. And he goes, yeah, I know. I just asked just in case. And I was like, so he's making me stress out, thinking far out. Like, I'm gonna
throw you under the bus.
I'm gonna get this guy's gonna get angry at me. Some people get heated. At the end of the night, you got a lot of drinks. People have a lot of drinks in them.
True.
If you don't like the DJ and they haven't played what you want, some DJs think they're the king and they're doing everything right. And I would try to make sure he knew that I asked them. She said no. And that's okay. And he went, that's fine. I knew she would. So that was good. You try and be as personable as you can, because I'm not the star there. I'm just one part, as we said, one piece of the puzzle.
100.
So there's not usually much that. I try and be positive about everything.
Yeah,
I like
that's
like
good.
hard style's good. If they want metal, like sometimes it works. Like you've heard it heaps.
Mm.
We hear it all the time. Play this, everyone will love it.
Yeah. Oh, so many
The
times.
times that everyone does love it, it's the best night ever because it's the best request. But I have to say 80% of the time, and this is a fact, 80% of the time in 16 years, no one likes it apart from you.
Yeah, 100%.
But that 20% where they love it, oh my gosh, it's
so
the
rare
best.
though.
Happened
It's
at
so
that
rare.
engagement party that I DJ'd for the DJ.
Okay.
Oh, it was so good. He was asking for noise controllers, but then I don't even know the artist. It was hard. It was like 160, 170 BPM. And I thought, I listened to it prior and went, I don't think it's gonna work. I really don't think it's gonna work. I played it, I got double the dance floor.
Damn.
And I went, you would never pick it. 170 BPM song that's specific hard style. The parents were doing it. The parents were there dancing as well because it was their son that requested it.
Yeah,
and it's just so good. Like it's
insane.
You're like, that's the 20% you want.
It's insane. I know from experience DJing overseas as well. A lot of the times what we do is we check the Shazam charts of where we're playing.
Like that. Yeah, the global charts.
And like and be like, okay, which city are we at? Oh, that's banging. And then when we play the gig there, we'd think, oh, it's average song. We have no idea. Play it. Goes off.
That's good.
Insanely. Like
that's such a fulfilling feeling too.
It's crazy. So only sometimes, maybe 20% of the time, you listen to that request and it pays off.
Yeah, I'll usually play it. If it's not a bad one, what I just tell the bride and groom now, the last probably 3-4 years, I'm like, I have on my sheet, on my reception assist sheet, do you want me to take requests? Yes or no? Simple as that. And some people say yes, but ask us first. So I'll get requests, I'll write them all down, and then I'll say, hey, like the bride, come here. Can you have a look at these? Any of these fit your vibe? Usually we have, like, they want a lot of dancing, obviously, with the DJ expertise. 2.5 hours is the usual now. It's crazy. It's a lot of dancing.
Yeah.
Not many people can dance for that long. And the crowds that do, I applaud them because that's hard.
Yeah,
it's a lot of. That's
like
you got to be very fit, man, to be dancing for 2.5 hours.
You got to be counting your steps on your Apple Watch or something.
I know, and I applaud them because it is hard. Even when I go to gigs, dancing for an hour is tough. So when they do that, I really appreciate it because it makes you feel good too, because you've created the vibe you want. And I just get the couples to come up and go yes or no.
Yeah,
I'll go even if it's one song and it's like a hard style song or rock. I'll say, what do you think of this? Yes or nah. I'll just go, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Simple.
Yeah. And
they'll just do it. I'll be like, what do you think of this?
There you
I'm
go.
like, done. And I'm like, there's your answer.
There's a tactic for you.
Because then, it's just a smart little way to get out of it.
Little hack
to get out of it if you don't want to feel the grunt of a, let's say, tired and intoxicated guest.
Yeah, exactly right. That's never a good idea to say no.
No, you don't. And you don't want to because...
You just say, let me try.
100%. I'll always try.
You will.
If they say yes, I'll play it. I'm not stuck by...
And if you don't have it, we'll go search it, connect to some Wi-Fi, and then play it.
And I'll have a listen and see if I can find... Or I'll find a version too. I try and find an intro or something
100%.
to get on the night to be able to mix it in straight away.
100%.
It's fun. It's also the joy of it too. Well, as I said before, when I was younger, it was just a slog. I hated it. I was like...
The wedding DJ stuff?
Yeah, I was like, why do I have to play for them for? And you don't realize how self-absorbed that is when you're young. I was 14 to 20.
Because you just want to be Avicii on the big stage.
Exactly
or David
right.
Guetta on
That's
the big
exactly
stage,
right. Let me play the bangers. Let me play what I want. And then, like, I still would do what they want, but I'd be like, Dad, why do we have to do this? And he's like, you'll understand. Like, you're not in that zone yet. You don't want to do these yet. Don't book them. Like, do nightclubs. So we did. I was with you guys, with all the DJs around.
Yeah.
And then I got to the point of really, like, especially when I was booking my wedding, like, you understand, it's like, this isn't about me. You realize you have to be unselfish. It's not about you.
100%. I agree with that.
That's nice.
There was one time talking about requests. The request came to me and I was mixing in the next song. I remember it was TLC Scrubs. Best. This is ages ago. And this was at Carmen's. So long, over 10 years ago. Anyway, as she said, can you play Scrubs? It was just really just like, bang.
That's the best.
And like,
That's the best.
Magic.
That happens quite a bit, yeah. Because people
I was like, yeah,
people with
yeah.
a bit of music
And
knowledge,
you
they
get,
know.
Yeah. And you're doing gigs all the time, so you get to know the sort of gist
Yeah.
of stuff. But
Yeah,
I like that. She was probably a DJ, so
Probably.
there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
I applaud that. Let's go lightning round just to finish off this podcast. So, one piece of advice for couples planning their entertainment. Most important piece of advice, if you could give only one piece.
One piece. I'm going to say start curating your playlist as soon as you get engaged. As soon as you get engaged or you're starting to plan the wedding, get your dance or background playlist sorted. So create a playlist on Spotify, name it dance playlist, whatever the date is, and start adding your songs. Whenever you hear a song in the car that you like, just say to your partner, just add that song to the playlist. Then you can think through it. And then on the week of the wedding, when you are filling in documents for your florist, photographer, videographer,
all the
celebrant,
other vendors.
all the other things,
yeah.
you've gone, hey, I've got this playlist here that I really like. Listen back through it. If you want to cancel some songs, delete some songs out, do it. And then you have something that you've thought about, a rolling playlist of what you enjoy. And usually that works.
100%.
That's the first thing that I tell people, because they go, do you have a list for me? I say, I don't know what you like. I can play up to 15,000 songs. I don't know what you want. So just get what you want, keep compiling the songs.
Even some examples.
And it just helps
just
so
a
much.
little bit. Yeah,
Even if it's 20 songs, it does help me. It would help the DJ so much.
If I give you, I don't know, if I give you like a Rihanna, 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, you know straight away.
Then I know
Like,
what's
okay,
going
I
on.
know what to play.
I'll play extra Usher. I'll play Lil Jon. I'll play
There it is.
just the bangers.
Yeah,
you'll know.
Exactly. No, that's really cool. Now, one piece of advice for DJs looking to level up their wedding game. What's a top piece of advice for the DJs?
I think know your music. It's the same thing as a nightclub DJ. I think especially for the wedding one might be a bit different because it needs to be more diverse, but know your music. Know it like the back of your hand. Like your intros. I can play right now. I could play with my eyes closed. All I need is my ears. Because you should know what songs, where the song is starting. Is it 15 beat? Is it 16 beats in? Is it 32 beats? Is it like, are you playing an intro version? Is it 30 seconds in where the song starts? Like you need to know your music before you start, and be a good person. Those are two things. Be a good person to the client and to the venue and to the guests.
100%.
And then dressing the part and all these other little things make it up. But be a good person and know your music. They're the two things that I'd recommend to any DJ anywhere.
Yeah, that's a very solid piece of advice. And thank you so much for your time, Hayden, bro.
Thank you,
I really
man.
appreciate you coming in.
Thank
Tell
you
them
for
where
having
they can catch you on your socials, website, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, DJ Shortstar I'm on TikTok if you like TikTok. Instagram, you can inquire through my bio site. Facebook, website at djshortstar.com as well.
Well, there you go. Thank you so much, man. Until next time, thank you everybody for joining us. Have a good one.